Building downtown. Building downtown. Building downtown.
Hey, this is The Building Downtown. Don't forget to follow the show at The Building DT. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, wherever you get your podcasts from. I'm your host, Jason Kelly. You can follow me at JKellyMMA. My co-hosts are both with me, Amy Barton, who you can follow at Ames Bell, and Krill Kasatsky, who you can follow at Apostle Raps. Live on Twitch every Sunday. They're doing the KOTD Grand Prix battles. Today they did round 1 of the East Division. And as per the past few Sundays, we're recapping them. We're going to keep them rolling. Today felt like a real event. The first one felt like there were some hiccups. The second one, they had their shit together, aside from raining inside the venue. But today they brought out the stars. They brought out Ice-T. They brought out Immortal Technique. King Capri was a judge. They filled up the time in between. Ack Baby was back hosting. And the battles were solid. So I thought it was we're really on a roll now with this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that assessment, but I also feel like I don't know why. I felt like the overall just like the energy was less than the last. Like the West Division was super hype. From the chat room to the people there to all of it, like the production was good, the flow was good, the timing was good, the stars came out, everything was good, but it just didn't seem as like hype as the other two did.
I agree with that. The first one seemed really hype, but I also think that might have been because of the excitement of it all. Plus, look at the names in the first one: Disaster, Thesaurus, Madflex, Frack, Caustic, like
of course,
RX.
right.
Yeah, they had a lot of big names too. Plus Lush. Lush has been away for so long, right? So seeing his face there hosting, I know a lot of people enjoyed that. But I do agree with you. Today was not as energetic, but they might be running out of steam too, because Penn and Direct did the one last weekend, and Lush did the West Coast, and he's been around this week for promo stuff. He was there for the face-offs. He's there today. Poison Pen, like I said, did last week and this week with Direct. So maybe they're running out of gas too. Ack Baby kept up his energy, I found.
Yeah, I mean, he feels like he's just going to be consistent. There were a few moments when Immortal Tech was talking that he seemed like he was kind of like done talking to. He was kind of like, I'm looking at the screen in front of me. I guess you're still talking, but I'm just going to say every few words. But other than that, like he's been super consistent so far. And, I think that there's no reason to think that he wouldn't be moving forward.
I don't think it's up to them running out of energy too, right? It depends on the people that are there. The first one was, like you said, it was hyped. It was the first one, right? Everybody was just going crazy. Second was a little more organized, but sporadic. This, I guess, because I missed a lot of it, was more organized, right? They're going more towards the show. So there's blank spots filled out with guests and shit, right? That's what I was saying at the beginning, right? Make some sort of a show. Rappers perform or somebody show up, right? So we don't just listen to the same fucking song over and over.
Yeah, like the first one, I brought this up last week on the recap, that B-Dot song. They must have played that fucking 200 times on the first one, right? There was nothing. There's the blank screen, Ruin Your Day, Volume 4, B-Dot, and I forget the name of the song.
It's not a bad song, but the fucking, when you hear it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no shit. And you know what the worst part is? It'll start like fucking, 42 seconds into the song, and it'll play it for 18 seconds, and they'll go to somebody talking. Then they'll be playing like from the start of the song through the first minute. And like you never even hear the whole song fucking in like its full duration.
I'm glad that's being replaced by Ice-T and Immortal Technique, you know what I mean?
Well, you know what though, like they did have I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was a tech issue or if there was something going on there that we don't know about yet, but that was the first time during these streams that their stream has like actually dropped like that and been gone for a hot minute.
Yeah, the stream dropped for probably a solid 5 minutes?
Yeah, it was a long time. I mean, it probably wasn't more than that, but it felt like a long time because they were like right in the middle of talking to Ice-T, and everybody was like, yeah. And Ice-T is sitting there talking about like, oh no, all these motherfuckers would eviscerate me. Like, no way I could battle, but I caught the bug again, and so maybe I need to get with Immortal Tech and Poison Pen and put together an invitational and put up some bread and get back in. Boom, stream drops, gone. And everybody's like, what? Wait.
Retiree battle back in business.
Yeah, and Ice-T said too that he's like, it's probably fucking Trump doing it from his hospital bed.
Yo, what happened today? So Barney Godiva showed up dressed up as a.
Wait, before we get to the battlers, I do have a question though. Did anybody else notice that like Direct was wearing his mask throughout the first battle and nobody else was, and then the rest of the event they were being like anal about it? Because I just. Yeah, like if you see any of it come back through, if it's like, I know some of the old ones came up already on YouTube, but if you look, literally nobody in that room is wearing a mask but direct during the entire first battle. The second battle, all of them. Poison Pen was even introing them wearing his mask. And so I was like, what happened? And you know what? I bet that's when Ice-T got there and Immortal Tech.
Oh, I'll bet you're right. I'll bet you any money you're right.
I was going all kinds of way with like Twitch pressuring him because of COVID. But yeah, that's probably right.
Yo, we'll be talking to D-Rec tomorrow. So when we have him on the show, try to remember that. Anyways, I know Krill and I smoke a lot of fucking weed. It's on you, Amy.
God damn it. I'm just going to write it down. And then you missed. Well, Kirill, you missed this because you didn't see it. Jason missed it because he's a dumbass. But Jonai's out. So next week. And they haven't said why yet. They have said a couple times medical conditions. But then I don't know if it was organic or somebody tweeted right after the event, maybe the KOTD account, and actually it was like speedy recovery or something. So I was like, damn, did he like get in a wreck or did he like, what do you mean? What happened? But nobody said yet.
Hopefully D-Rec's going to clear it up a little bit too.
I'm excited to talk to D-Rec tomorrow, actually, to find out, because of him and Penn being there for the last two. They obviously live closer. Well, Lush was there too today, but they're on opposite ends of the country right now. I don't know where the North is going to be held, but I wonder if Poison Pen, D-Rec, and even if Lush is going to stick around, maybe they just, from the mistakes that were made the first time out, having, more than one fucking captain in the house, it might help.
Yeah, but man, for as long as this tournament's going to be, like, that's a lot of fucking being on the road, whether you're staying in a place for the week or you're going home and coming back. I mean,
expensive,
that's a lot of,
too.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's the thing, too. Friggin' Act Baby let this out. I'm sure he wasn't supposed to. All battlers, we found out what they get paid for this tournament, $500 to $1,000, and then the chance to win the $50,000 in the end. So that's what everybody's paycheck looks like.
I mean, they said, well, we knew they were getting paid for the battles, but yeah.
But at least we know nobody in this battle in this tournament can say shit now like, they gave me 15 bands for this battle or shit like that.
Right.
They gave you $725. Sit down.
Oh, and also more with this like rebranding new name thing. Did you catch Rich Dolarz saying he's Rich something nice now instead of Rich Dolarz?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's not going to go over anywhere near as easily as Family Man Hayes, but okay.
People are growing up. Some of them, it's like any rapper or battler or whatever. If you have Young in your name, you're kind of fucked. You got to drop that at some point.
What else? Oh, Kirill, you also missed, and I wouldn't say this was notable, but I would say it was like pervasive enough that it was kind of like, come on, man, that the two at-home judges for the first battle, man, bro, it was brutal. I don't know if nothing was working because all of it seemed to be worked out, but like Kid Capri's not, big on, I guess, technology, so like he didn't have his phone set up right, which you could see at first, and so they cut away from him. And then I already don't even remember who the other judge was, but like didn't have his sound on, or there was some tech problem. And it was like you saw them cutting, and you're talking about the B-Dot song last week, and them cutting away for 5 seconds, going back for 2 minutes, and then cutting. They were doing that for like 3 minutes with these fucking judges. They didn't know if the hosts were talking, if anybody could hear the judges, if Kid Capri's camera was going to be upside down. It was a mess for the first one.
Yeah, when Hemi popped up on the screen, I was like, why is there this white guy with the tips of his beard dyed blue? No fucking audio coming out because I didn't catch what was going on at that point because in between the battles I was just doing stuff around my house, right? So when I saw that I was like, fuck, what the hell? The fuck's going on my TV? The judges were solid though. Yeah. I like too how all the battles, they were back and forth, like the judging. It was one side or the other, and it's not even like, what? How the hell could somebody give that to blah, blah, blah? The battles were close, but there was a definitive winner in each one. But they definitely were contested battles, and I like that we got that from the judges they explained how they scored for each round, for each battler, everything else, and I like that too. I thought that they did a good job explaining it. 6 seconds. He needs to calm down a little bit. He's just like, this bar ridiculous, this bar ridiculous, this bar ridiculous, that bar fire. Crazy. That bar, ridiculous. Holy, just sentences, man, sentences. But he did a great job, nonetheless. And Kid Capri, how can you complain with that? It was cool seeing. I didn't know he was that. I mean, I'm not surprised he's a battle fan, but that much into it that he can be trusted as a judge and do a good job. That was nice to see.
Did he do a good job as a judge?
Yeah, they all did. All the judges did a great job.
Yeah, they
Ben
were all...
Swayze was back.
I've seen him. Like, I didn't really pay attention because I've only cut the Head Ice and Tyla.
Yeah.
I've only cut that battle, right? So once it was to me, it was obvious that Ice won, right? So I didn't really look at the judges, but I've seen a bit. Swayze popped up again, and I think he's one of the best judges on the whole thing.
Yeah, he's getting that praise already. Somebody asked, I think it was at the Talkback forum last week, if you could have any judge at all for these things, who would it be? And the names that were in there the most were Ben Swayze and Nameless.
And Nameless, right?
Got it. He doesn't just give you a lot of information; he backs it up and he makes it make sense, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
So,
even though it says a little too much sometimes, but it's needed, right? Especially for the people involved in the battle. Trust me, they want to hear that shit, all of it. You know what I mean? So I think it's very informative, and I think he's one of the best there for sure.
Amy, I know Krill can't really answer this because he was busy earlier, so he didn't get a chance to get to the battles till Head Ice and Ty Law. But for performance of the night, I think it was JMurder. Or maybe Showoff. Maybe Showoff, actually. What do you think? Who do you think shined the most?
I see. Here's my problem, and this is going to be an unpopular opinion, I think, for this particular bracket. I don't think there was, for me, I don't feel like there's one standout, like, individual. I would say I'd watch Xcel and Eddy I 3 more times before I'd probably watch the rest of these a second time. So there's that.
Which Tyler. You know, one of these battlers are going to hear this. They're going to come on the show and kick your ass again, like so severe.
Hey, it's working out for us, is it? But no, like Ty Law wasn't bad, but he wasn't memorable. He fucked himself when he went and mentioned Ice, stumbling, because then look what happened to him. Yep. Head Ice, I've been a Head Ice fan for a minute, but I didn't feel like that was like he left Earth or anything. Like he just Head Ice did what Head Ice does, and then he's moving on, and that's it. I mean, okay. And so that leaves Bonnie, Showoff, JMurder, and Rich Dolarz. And I guess out of the 4 of those, I would go with Showoff, but I didn't feel like any of that was like I can't wait to sit down and be like, damn, no, but did you see that? Nah.
Yeah, Bonnie's performance, I think her costume almost made her performance suffer in a way, because it was just,
it's so distracting.
It was confusing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It didn't go with the bars she was spitting, and it was just fucking, I don't know. It didn't come across the way I think she intended. But she wasn't terrible by any means. She still had a good performance.
But I would have to go with Showoff, though, because of the Kimbo Slice scheme, to be honest with you.
That's fair. Or the
looks like that was JMurder, the one that brought the ski mask and shit, right?
Yeah, because Rich Dolarz got fucking bodied by Daylight years ago, so he brought the ski mask, saying it was Daylight PTSD. It was good. It was good. His round before that was crazy, with the fucking with the unibrow and then fucking pistol whip him, knock his teeth out. That's a root canal. All that shit. That was fucking insane.
Dude, if you can find a playback of that, I mean, Poison Pen makes some great faces or whatever, but like,
we even signed up for Twitch thinking that we're gonna get the shit, right? Thinking we could view the battles because we signed up for Twitch. We got an account. We got nothing.
Well, no, wait. Did you subscribe?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did not subscribe. I just watch them on Sundays because I have no life and I'm always here. But the way I understand it is, if you are an actual subscriber, there is no like link. You can send somebody to the video, but you can go back through your own watch history and rewatch things you've already watched.
I'll have to be digging in there.
That's how I understand it. I don't know. I don't Twitch. This is the only thing I've ever watched or done on Twitch.
Yeah, me too.
So there's got to be a way, right? We just didn't dig.
I know I can't because I'm not a subscriber, but that's what I was reading about. Subscribers were able to do that.
Well, we have an account under the building downtown, so I mean, I can give you access to it at any time.
All right, but well, if you do find it and you run that back, I know Poison Pen makes some great faces, but like the face he makes when that fucking face mask came out was so funny, dude. You got to go back and see it if you can find it.
Yeah, JMurder was going off there. He rips his hoodie off and everything. He was sweating, breathing heavy. I was like, oh, he came to fucking party.
Yep.
That was good. Yeah, but overall, as far as these battles comparing to the South or the West, I think as a group they were the least entertaining. I think the better performances came from the West and the South so far.
Agreed. And you know what's interesting? I don't know because I don't watch the chat all the time. When I'm watching the battles, I just kind of glance back and forth. So I might have missed something. So I don't know if the chat meant the entire battle or if they just meant JMurder's third round. But there was a point in which I looked in the chat room and like it was like almost the consensus in the chat room that they were like trash, this is trash, trash, trash. And I was like, damn, like what did I miss a bar? Like what is the whole battle or this round? What's happening? And so it's weird because like I also saw a lot of people being like, man, JMurder, like you just said, dude, he's not fucking around. But like in the middle of his third round, everybody was like, this is trash.
Rich Dolarz too definitely didn't have the performance of his career, but he was saying afterwards that this is I forget how he put it. I think he said it's stretching his legs or something like that because he's back for good now. It wasn't like a one-off thing to try to get this 50 grand. He plans to continue competing, and he said being away obviously has affected him, so he had to get that ring rust off, so to speak. And I'm still excited to see what he'll do next. And Amy, you were saying too his name. What is it now? Rich
something nice. Rich something nice.
All right, so what's up?
That's what it is. Rich, I'm nice. That's what it is. I'm pretty sure. And what do you call it? I was telling you guys that the South Division was fire last time. You were like, oh no, it was a case. I told you it was fucking fire. They were good, man.
Yeah, I was being greedy because of the West. They gave me too much the first week.
West was just hype. It was just a hype. Trust me. If I don't know, this would be hyped up too if this came out. This would be bad. Like if this battle was the first one. 3 weekends ago?
No, God no. And this wasn't bad either. Comparing them to the other ones and the performances, there's nobody here I think that had a performance anywhere near some of the performances we saw from the South and from the West.
See, that's what I mean. South killed it. And that's what I was saying from as soon as I finished it. That's why I had 30 pages of notes, motherfucker. It was good, man. It was shocking.
Well, next week we got the North, so I might have 100 pages of rhymes in this motherfucker. Because that's what I'm really excited for. And having Sharon on this week to talk about that. That'll be fun too. So yeah, looking ahead though, because I don't want to jump to the North quite yet. East. Up next, the Head Ice versus how'd the bracket work? Head Ice versus Xcel and JMurder versus Showoff.
No.
Amy, get your bracket.
Sorry, what? I'm sorry, I was totally fucking with something on my phone that needed my attention. I'm sorry. Go. What did you say?
The round 2. It's Head Ice versus Xcel, JMurder versus Showoff.
Good question. I didn't have
the bracket in front of me. I'll have to bring it up.
Yeah, I skipped out like at the very end of that battle. So I didn't even see the end bracket to see how they.
I'm trying to look it up now. I don't know why there's no decent.
Yes. Yeah, it should be Head Ice and Xcel and JMurder.
Yeah, that's what I thought. JMurder versus Showoff.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think of those battles. I think you can already predict Xcel and Head Ice in a way. I don't mean exactly what they're going to say, but you kind of have an idea how that's going to go. Showoff and JMurder, I think Showoff is probably just going to be cool, calm, and fucking suave because he's real nice with it. And JMurder is that'll be like a clash of styles I'm expecting because JMurder will be screaming in his fucking face, telling him he's going to shoot him and shit. I can appreciate that though. See, gun bars, some guys just shouldn't fucking do it. They use it as filler. JMurder, he makes an impact when he uses gun bars.
Yeah, I mean, even during the face-off, that was so funny when we were watching that one. You were like, I think these two might actually shoot each other. And yeah, JMurder.
I need to go to the Twitch account and figure this out. I want to see that battle. I want to see JMurder with a ski mask because I see a little recap and it did look entertaining as fuck.
All right, so anything we're missing before we wrap this BIH up?
I don't think so.
So All right. So as I said at the start of this, every Sunday we'll be recapping this all the way through to the end of the tournament and continuing having guests on. This week, look out for Sharon, Direct so far, and more to come. Don't forget to follow the show at The Building DT. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, wherever you get your podcasts. For Amy Barton and Crow Kosatsky, I'm Jay Kelly. We out.
Easy.
Building downtown. Building downtown. Building downtown. Building downtown.